What's up, y'all? This video is going to be my routine and my Fortnite settings for controller. But before we get into the video, I want to ask y'all, if y'all like the video, please make sure you actually subscribe and like the video. Please, man. You know, it helps a lot. And if you want to, comment some hearts in the comments or something like that. I just need some love, okay? I'm working hard with this video. I'm working hard. But anyways, let's get into my routine, right? Okay, so this first part you're seeing is the Raiders mechanics map. There's 11 scenarios on there, and each of the 11 scenarios I try to do at least 2 times. And if I struggle with a specific scenario, I try to double back and do it more until I feel comfortable with that specific scenario, because everything about a routine is to build muscle memory, you know what I'm saying? So obviously, if my muscle memory isn't there, I gotta improve it, because even in some of these clips you'll see that I'm messing up a little bit, but it's because the point of a routine is to get perfect at that routine, and I'm not fully there yet, but I know it has gotten me better in the game, and it shows in the way I play in tournaments and stuff like that. So with all that being said, the code for this map will be in the description. So if you want to use this map, feel free to look at the description, and if you do start using my routine, please let the boy know. So with that being said, there's not really much else about this map that I can say, so we're going to get into the next part of my routine. After I finish mechanics training, the next part of my routine is free building. I usually do this for about 10 to 15 minutes, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to tell y'all about it. So just make sure y'all come into this little part and start free building here. Anyways, let's move on to the next part. The next part of my routine is piece control. And obviously, if you play Fortnite, you should know by now that piece control is a really huge part in being good at the game, because obviously you got to know how to box people and do little dirty things to them. But anyways, that's besides the point. The point of this map that I added to my routine is that it's 15 separate maps or scenarios, and I do each of them 2 times each, but they all have a bunch of different situations that you could practice on and get the muscle memory once again and get a feel for how you would play if the bots were actual people, you know what I mean? And my focus with that is taking really good right hand side peeks. And then if I'm inside the box with a bot, like in a couple of these clips, you'll see that I go right past the bot. I'm focusing on constantly moving, not just staying still and being an easy target. Just because sometimes you get put in that position where they're in your box and you got to find a way out and still be able to piece them and focus up and hit those shots, you know what I mean? And back on the situation of shots, you always want to aim for the head, because obviously headshots do the most damage, and that's what you want to be able to do. The most damage, so you can kill people, clearly. But with all that being said, it's all pretty simple. The description has the map code in it, so if y'all want to use it, let your boy know in the comments, because I want to know if it helped y'all get better or not, so I can keep making videos like this. But let's move on to the next routine. The next part of my routine, you probably didn't guess it, it's aim training. I know what you're thinking. Why does a controller player need to aim train? Well, for me, it helps me stay more consistent with my aim, because if you see in the background, even though I one pump these people, I follow them with my AR, and it helps improve my actual tracking, because I had a bad habit of flicking to people and then having to flick back past them to get my AR on them or my SMG on them. But this just gets me in a good habit of just actually tracking the people if I don't one pump them, you know what I mean? So it's just building good habits with this first part. This second part, it's for storm surge tags, and if you play controller, you know that from a long range you basically get no aim assist, and some situations you get actual no aim assist. So I don't want to hold my team back by being that guy who can't get storm surge tags from a range. So I constantly practice it. I'm not good at it, so don't judge. These things have no aim assist on them, so I practice. Okay, that's the point of routine. You practice things that you feel like you struggle with and try to perfect them. It's just that simple. So going into the next one, the next one is probably my favorite, because this is where I practice my flicks and actually getting a feel for my sensitivity and understanding that if I do need to flick towards somebody, I shouldn't rush it. And not only should I not rush it, but I got to have confidence in my ability to hit the shot. So obviously with this part, I'm aiming for the head, because you want headshot damage. But I'm not perfect, so sometimes I don't hit the head, sometimes I miss, but it's all about getting better and trying to be the best me I can be. Okay, so with that being said, make sure even if you play controller, you aim train, because I promise you, after doing it for a while, you will notice a difference, and you will see that your aim gets way better than if you did not aim train. So like I said, even on controller, aim train, because that is one of the most important parts of Fortnite, being able to hit your shots. Okay, the rest of it is just, it's pretty satisfying. This map is pretty satisfying, because it's just you're just shooting a bunch of shots and then seeing all the headshot damage pop up. It's really satisfying. But let's get into the next part of my routine. So the next part of my routine, I'm not going to actually show footage of it because it will make the video way too long. But what I do is I load into realistic PvPs and basically put everything that I do in my routine to actual work against people, you know what I mean? Because that's the whole point of this. You want to be able to do this in-game against people, whatever. So with that being said, do not worry. It will still be in the description like every other map that I put inside this video. So you will still have access to that. So if you do it once again, let me know because I want to know if it helped y'all get better, okay? Because I want to see if these videos are good for y'all. So before we end the video, I want to get into my settings because like I said, I got to show y'all my settings. We're going to skip over the least important stuff, but we're going to scroll through this, right? Everybody, I play stretch res. So that's the main thing I want to show in this is that I do play stretch res. If you want to know how to play stretch res, feel free to ask in the comments and I will gladly help y'all. It's pretty simple. It's not really much to it, okay? I'm going to go scroll past through these settings real quick just in case somebody cares about what I play on and that. But those aren't really that important. But let's get to what everybody actually is here for. The controller settings, okay? So everything on this is all the way down. And these I didn't even touch because they're irrelevant to me. But my build in edit mode sensitivity has been 1.9 for a while now. Sometimes I might go up and down one depending on the day and how I'm feeling. Like if I'm feeling a little slow, I might go higher to 2.0 to like compensate. You know what I mean? It's things like that. It's not really that big of a deal. But horizontal and vertical speed, this has been 43 and I do not touch this because this is my sweet spot. I feel like I hit the most shots on this sensitivity. I don't know why I love it so much. I just do. Going past that, my ADS look and vertical speed is at 8%. That's where I keep it for the most part. The only time I'll turn it down is if I'm struggling with my storm surge tags, so I turn it down so I can actually be able to hit those and not hold my team back like I said, you know. ADS turning boost ramp times at 0.20, and the only reason it's at 0.20 is because I once watched a video where someone was telling me that doing this makes your aim assist feel more consistent, and you know, I'm very superstitious, so if it helps, it helps, you know. If I think it helps, it helps. It's just, you know, whatever. Moving on. So I play on linear. My aim assist strength is at 100% unless I'm playing in tournaments because when I'm playing in tournaments, I put it on 0% because I'm just that guy and I just play better without aim assist, okay? Now, let me stop messing with y'all, okay? It's always at 100%. Come on now. I'm not an aimer like that. But anyways, my dead zone is at 12%, 9%. The reason why my left stick dead zone is so high is because my left stick has stick drift. So I wouldn't per se copy those because it all depends on your controller. But if you want to, it's there, okay? So moving past these two things because I don't think y'all care about that. I don't play keyboard and mouse and my volume don't really matter. We're going into my controller binds, okay? So I must say before we get into this, I do play with paddles. So if you don't have paddles, you might want to ignore this part. And I don't play claws, so if anybody does play with paddles and they do want to copy this though, just ask in the comments what I have my paddles bonded to and I will gladly help y'all and tell y'all how to set it up if y'all have the same controller or a specific software, okay? But anyways, we're just going to go through here real quick. You can pause if you want to just to get a general idea of it, but I'm not going to go into too much detail because y'all can comment and ask me if y'all want to, you know? So with that being done, that is officially the end of my video. And since you have made it to the end, I once again want to say if you liked the content I am putting out, please like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps a lot. It makes me know what type of stuff people like to see and what things I should keep doing for people to like see and enjoy themselves, you know what I mean? With that being said, this will be the end of the video. I love y'all so much. Please, 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 please sub to your boy because, you know, I need some love, okay? I need some love. But anyways, deuces, I hope y'all have a good one.